Have you guys even been seeing what I've been showing you guys the last month?
What the happened to Miley Cyrus, y'all? They're all changing.
Yes. So all of these different people, they look like they have clones.
Welcome, seekers of the strange and the unusual. Today, we're peeling back the glossy veneer of the everyday to explain the internet's more esoteric corners.
You done messed up, Aaron!
We're looking at alleged hidden symbols, unsettling phenomena, and theories that challenged our perception of reality itself.
Oh my God, what is that?
Prepare for a journey into the curious and the uncanny. Our first clip takes us to an unlikely bastion of alleged esoteric symbolism, the fast food joint.
Who's hungry?
This creator proposes the branding of Taco Bell isn't merely about chalupas and crunch wraps. It incorporates visual clues and numerology with deeper, perhaps more unsettling connotations. Let's watch further.
So I noticed something with some of the Taco Bell buildings. Notice that awning above the logo? Well, this one down here is to guard from the rain. This one up here is just part of the building, decoration. And considering the bottom of the bell looks like an eye with a 6 around it, I'm confident that that awning is meant to represent this. Do you see it? Yeah, you see it. Again, not all of them have that, but a good handful of them do. And because there's a 6 around the eye, a lot of the buildings only have it on 3 sides, like you see here, of course. Can't leave out how some of the logos look like a serpent eye or a reptile eye. Kinda hard to deny that one. How about the commercials from 7 or 8 years ago?
Because it unlocks a world of 20 decadent menu items from breakfast to late night for just $1 each. 20 items for $1. 20 steps on the pyramid. Who's really behind this? Is it the Illuminati or the Bell-Illuminati? Experience the power of the dollar at Taco Bell.
Well, me personally, I would have did the visual like this. There, that looks better. Now I'm convinced he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Continuing our exploration of pop culture's hidden layers, we now turn to classic television. We all remember, or at least have heard of, sitcoms like Married with Children and I Love Lucy. But were they subtly embedded with occult references and bloodline connections from character names to jersey numbers? Nigga, I don't know. But this creator seems to think so. Is it mere coincidence or deliberate encoding of esoteric knowledge for those in the know? Let's find out.
Remember the sitcom Married with Children from the 80s and 90s? Because I saw an ad last night that they're selling jerseys in the TikTok shop that he used to wear in that show. So I went and looked it up, and sure enough, that is the jersey he would always wear for Polk High, number 33. If you think it's a coincidence that he wore number 33, is it also a coincidence how in the show his last name is Bundy? Because Bundy is one of the 13 bloodlines. I'm gonna go ahead and cast my vote now that it's not a coincidence. Just like in the old show I Love Lucy, you of course had Lucy, you had Fred and Ethel, and let's not forget Ricky. Anyone who's familiar with the show, if you also recall, he used to say Babalu, because Babalu has to do with the Afro-Cuban religion, Santeria. When he would sing the song, he was paying a tribute to an Afro-Cuban god. Probably not her real name either, considering it's Lucy Ball. Lucy means light. Lucifer is known as the light bringer or light bearer. And although the spelling is different, you also have Ball. I'm going to vote not a coincidence again on this one.
In this rather unconventional culinary theory, the creator dives into the etymology and visual associations of common food items like hamburgers and chicken fingers, proposing a startling, almost grotesque interpretation linked to cannibalistic undertones. Who wrote this? Yo, we gotta get a better writer in here, man. Are fast food places putting human bodies in your food? Let's check out what this guy thinks about it.
For some reason, this comment triggered a chain of thoughts, which sent me down a rabbit hole, and I found some stuff. Before I get into it, you're right. Real food, real people. Are they mocking us? Anyway, since a hamburger is #1 in America, I started off by looking up all the definitions of ham. And #2, the backs of the thighs, or the thighs and buttocks. He squatted down on his hams. What's really bizarre about that, and maybe I'm batshit crazy, but it's served on something called buns, which is a nickname for buttocks. And then I couldn't help but notice what they look like. I can't be the only one who sees it. Is this more mocking? Aside from that, what's strange is it's said that the term hamburger derived from Hamburg, Germany, while others say it originated in the US. Or it's more mockery. Let's talk about chicken. I get it, the breast, the thighs, the legs, the wings, but fingers? Because chickens don't have fingers. And apparently chicken fingers got their name because they resemble a human finger. However, they don't. Is it more mockery? Also notice how in the movies throughout the years, whenever referring to cannibalism, they always say it tastes like chicken. Meant to be funny. Maybe not as funny as you think. Might as well jump over to some symbolism while we're on chicken. I see more double C symbolism in this logo. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the star placement is a coincidence also. Hard to rule out symbolism considering it has this in it too, which is a symbol I've talked about in a previous post. And since we began with what's in fast food restaurants, how about Arby's having this in their window, in our faces?
I mean, it does give a new meaning to the phrase, you are what you eat, doesn't it?
That's gross.
It sure is, Billy.
From fast food to bad tunes, our next clip examines the music industry and suggests it's not just about talent and good looks. It's also about ritualistic initiations.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it.
You didn't let me finish. And the worship of unseen forces.
I still can't believe it.
Believe it.
Allegedly. The OP insists performances and music videos are filled with ceremonial elements, from the robes and chants to candle magic. Speaking of robes, I have always wondered why in the So What You Sayin' video by EPMD in the late 80s, why they was in a sewer, Ninja Turtles, and wearing druids robes. Is this artistic expression or something more mystical? Watch closely.
The industry is not what you think it is. Like any other secret society or brotherhood, they're trying to initiate you. I know that this is an initiation by the ceremonial robes and the chant. When the Lord says take no oath, I promise the funk, the whole funk. Burning incense, which is the smoke you see here, and candle magic is a big part of witchcraft. I prefer not to do either one. I heard an occultist say that if you don't state your intentions when lighting a candle, that a demon will inhabit it. Take a look at this next clip I got off their YouTube channel. It looks a lot like the last scene we just seen, right? And we know that Satan is depicted with a lightning bolt. Listen to this.
You should all be baptized in the funk.
Gotta give thanks to the funk when it's time to pray. Get your lighters and...
Did you catch when she said time to pray? In the video she said get your lighter, but here she's saying dank because pharmakia, which is where we get the word pharmacy. Any mind-altering drug and witchcraft go hand in hand. She closes out the song with the same chant from Functified. These people are agents. They're like jinns or genies. Look at that last verse and watch her hand gesture as she says it.
Gotta do is learn the words of this anthem. I'll grant them if they can chant them like everybody else.
Warning signs of satanic behavior may be apparent, such as a sudden, bitterly antagonistic attitude towards family and religion, listening exclusively to heavy metal rock music, almost to the point of addiction.
But guess who's from
When one or more of these warning signs are evident, you should look further for ritual items such as a pentagram or other satanic symbols, black or red robes, a decorative dagger or knife, a chalice or goblet, black candles, a personal diary with a black cover, which is called a Book of Shadows, and copies of publications such as the Satanic Bible and the Satanic Rituals, and possibly a small makeshift altar. If you discover items such as these, experts advise you contact your local law enforcement agency at once.
Yes, I was. I hated God for what he did. And so, you know, you could, I even had the satanic books, the little warlock materials. You know, every warlock got to have a dagger, cut the little punch stars, whatever, little candles. I had all that. I was into all that. So, because something about the other Bible didn't work out. So I can tell you this, we did, folks at 666, some folks were scared of it and left, put it. But me, I meant what I was saying. I definitely meant it. I said, so God, you're going to play like that, huh? Well, I got you. I'm going to make black folks comfortable with 666. Back then, black folks was like scared of it. You know, they wasn't too much on it. It's basically rock and roll. You know, they said 666, they go, ah. But then they start listening to it and go to church. So they said, asked a lot of y'all work for the devil. They say they're Christians, but they are from 666, you know what I'm saying? So my job was out of anger to make black people get comfortable with their name. And I was very intelligent with it because I read a lot about it. I read a lot and I put all that into the music and the energy. You get what I'm saying? Because how you get Satan's name going, you get the kids to liking it. Now today, see, I think we was one of the first people to break it like that. You would think 666 would have been a rock and roll band. So I think I was used by Satan, and I think he's a big, just to get black people. We got people comfortable with his name, and we made sure we made songs violent. Very, very violent. We made songs very violent.
Now we switch to the public eye and the unforgiving nature of it, because this next theory goes far beyond simple aging and cosmetic therapy. It scrutinizes the sometimes dramatic shift in celebrities' appearances. This sometimes fuels speculations about replacements, doppelgangers, and even cloning. Are these natural transformations, or have our local demons put on a new celebrity face? Let's watch as this creator explains.
What the fuck is going on with all these celebrities and their appearances, y'all? They're all changing. Look at Miley Cyrus here, y'all. In the pictures I'm showing y'all, they're not too far apart. Like I said before, I know you grow older. It's a part of life. But how can your appearance change within a month or two? Something is not adding up. What the fuck happened to Miley Cyrus, y'all? What is going on? Did I miss something? Did she get plastic surgery or some shit? Like, what is going on? You can see from her eye bones. Look like her eyes are sinking in. She went from this to this. And also, look at Demi Lovato. She went from this to this. That's a night and day difference. Do y'all see the difference? It's not one difference, it's a major difference. It's not just because she got slim. Her whole face changed. Those look like two completely different people. I might be tripping. That's why I need y'all to let me know down below in the comments. Do y'all think I'm tripping? Whoa!
You might be stumbling a little bit, bruh. But let's do some more research before we draw any conclusions.
What if I told you that the two people in these pictures were the same person? Would you think I was crazy? I think we all know who that is, Bradley Cooper. But if you don't know who this is, it's Jonathan Brandis. And that's him playing a girl in the movie Ladybugs. And well, unfortunately, Jonathan lost his life to suicide at the age of 27, like a lot of them do. Lost his life. And Jonathan, he made his acting debut in 1982 as Kevin Buchanan on the soap opera One Life to Live. Please remember that name, Kevin Buchanan. Now, if you've made it this far, just give me 30 more seconds. This is Jonathan Brandis older, and this is Bradley Cooper. And this is Jonathan Brandis older, and this is Bradley Cooper. Keep giving me some time. I'm gonna get you there. I promise. You see, Jonathan and Bradley have very exact jaw shape. Right there. And they've got those beautiful blue eyes. Oh, and did I mention their hairline was almost exact? So exact when you move it across, it literally just looks like it's the same hairline and the same lips and the same nose and the same eyebrows, and wow, what a perfect match, especially those chins. Those are pretty unique chins, kind of like mine. And you remember this movie? I was talking about ladybugs. I was trying to think, is there any relation to Bradley Cooper and ladybugs? And I researched it. And well, he was involved with a very specific lady. This one, Lady Gaga. But Tyler, that's a stretch, Ladybug and Lady Gaga. But hold on. Did you know just recently there was a bug named after Lady Gaga called the Gaga bug? So he was literally involved with Lady Gaga, who has a bug named after her, Lady Gaga bug. It's them just toying with us. But then I also remembered her name. Her name was Martha. So I was like, how is Bradley Cooper related to a Martha at all? And well, Bradley Cooper's very chummy with Martha Stewart. And if I had to guess, I would say Martha is his real mother. And they were giving her a tribute to having him play the character named Martha. And you know what I think they were doing here when he was playing Kevin Buchanan? I think they were giving Jonathan, aka Bradley Cooper, a little nod to his father. Remember Buchanan? Look at what I just happened to find. Martha Stewart posing with Theodore Buchanan. And when you look at the back of the picture, Martha Stewart's in this coat, blah, blah, blah. Theodore Buchanan, her husband. Martha Stewart was married to Theodore Buchanan. And Buchanan just happened to be his first role. But his biggest role, he was called Martha, a tribute to his mother. But there's more. Because not too long ago, I did a post talking about how Tanner Buchanan, there's that name again, looks exactly like Jonathan Brandis. Here's that post. And what I didn't realize at the time is that that's Bradley Cooper. That's Bradley Cooper, and that's Bradley Cooper's son, Tanner Buchanan. And I bet you'll never guess what role he wants to play next. He just happens to want to play Tom Buchanan in The Great Gatsby. But really, you're not sold yet. You're going to make me do it. You're going to make me show you the proof, the evidence, the smoking gun. Okay, fine. You asked for it. First, let me just show you their birthdays. 75 and 76. And yes, they can lie about it. But they're supposedly supposed to be, if he was still alive, the exact same age, months apart. And yes, you will probably find some sort of role he played that, like, barely intersects a role that Bradley plays. But remember, those are just the dates when the movies came out, people. They're not when they actually filmed them. Oh, and did you notice that nice little symbol he's doing there? But here you go. You asked for it. So let's look at these two dots there, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Now this one is a little unique. It's discoloration. So we got some discoloration right there. And some discoloration right there. They look very, very similar. And yes, their eyes are slightly different colored. You've heard of colored contacts, right, people? We've got this nice little dot right there, matching that one right there. But here comes the piece de resistance. Look at that scar right there. I mean, that is a unique scar. And boy, they sure look the same, if I were to say. But nope, I'm sure you're still going to say it can't be possible. Blah, 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 blah. They're the same person. They do this to control your mind. They want to blur reality. They want you to not understand who you are, where you are, who we are. this is all part of their mind control. It's blurring reality. It's causing you to not even know that one person you used to clap for in worship is now a different person you clap for in worship. It's mind control, people, and I'm just trying to help. And if you're in the comments fighting me, well, you're fighting against the side of good, and you're fighting for the devil, literally. But of course, this is all for entertainment. I'm sure there's perfect symmetry in all the matchy names, and Martha Stewart being his mom and Tanner Buchanan being his son and his first role being Buchanan. All coincidence. I'm a satire account, entertainment only.